So Oprah and Stevie Nicks have essentially been criticized for their responses to the Maui fires. And at this point, the Lahaina Maui fires have already claimed the lives of over 111 Hawaiians. And my thoughts and prayers go out to all of the people who have been displaced and all of the families and friends that have been left behind as a result of the 111 people who have passed as a result of this fire. And just drop a quick amen for the victims of the fire in the comment section down below, please. So there's this conspiracy theory being discussed about, Oprah's involvement, pretty much taken off after the Maui wildfire response backlash. And there's a lot going on. And you got to think about all of the people who are being displaced, all of the families, all of the businesses that have been wiped out. 40 years of businesses. Some businesses have been there for 40 years and just completely wiped out. And to be very honest with you, some of these companies, some of these small mom and pop businesses, they don't have insurance. They're not going to be able to survive. And I'll tell you what else. I'm pretty sure that Hawaii, the people of Hawaii, will not forget the disrespect that President Biden has shown toward this disaster. And I'm pretty sure America won't forget that either.
Will you come talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President?
Just absolutely. I mean, Joe Biden could have said something, anything, technically Oprah Winfrey has said more and done more for the people of Maui than even President Biden. I mean, he could have just said, something like, hey, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Lahaina, Maui, something. But to say no comment.
Will you come talk about the Hawaii response, Mr. President?
Not cool. Not cool. Not a good look. Now, we did see Oprah doing her part, showing up at a shelter with her camera crew. And there was a lot of backlash on that, too. A lot of people were saying, well, OK, if Oprah legitimately wanted to help out the people, why did she have to bring her camera crew? Well, Oprah is a businesswoman. And I'm not saying that Oprah did this for profit, though I'm not saying that she didn't do it for profit because I don't know one way or the other. But the simple fact of the matter is that, yes, she did show up and she was delivering pillows and other helpful items to those who were displaced in the shelters. And at one point, her camera crew was actually asked to leave. Thankfully, she didn't make too big of a fuss about it. And I just want to really be clear. I'm not saying like anyone in particular is responsible for the fires in Maui. But I would bet pretty much a large sum of money, not as much money as Jeff Bezos or Oprah Winfrey have, but I would bet a fair amount of money that the fires were probably set intentionally, especially when you look at the patterns, right? If you look at the pattern of the fires, if you look at the different alarm systems that were damaged that are supposed to alert the people of the fires, it's like, how did those systems get damaged, right? And then you think about like all of the different boats that were in the water. I don't understand how all of those would catch fire too. It's a little weird. And there's also this clip, that you can see from someone who is escaping the Lahaina Maui Island by airplane, and they're actually looking down onto the island from the air. I'm gonna guess, maybe 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 feet up off the ground, looking down on the island. You can see a big old circle, like a ring of fire. And I've just, I'm not a fire marshal, but I've just never seen a pattern of fire look like that. So it makes you wonder, it really makes you wonder, how would fire create a pattern like that? And so there's that. And, here's the other thing about Oprah. So Oprah lives there. In fact, she's like one of the largest landowners in Maui, on the island of Maui. And so she lives there and she wants to help out. In fact, she said it herself that she wants to help out. Now, some people have actually commented on that. And I feel like Oprah Oprah Winfrey can't really, I don't think she can really do anything right here, because people are even coming after her for that. So if you think back, there was this like awful fire that took place in the Smoky Mountains several years ago. And, it burned many homes there. And Dolly Parton just so happened to, be a resident of the state. And she pretty much gave every single family who lost their home $1,000 per month for 6 months. Now, that's what Dolly Parton did. And there were several hundred people who lost homes. So basically, if you do the math, Dolly Parton gave away several $100,000 per month for the next six. Basically, she gave away $600,000 a month for the people who were displaced for the next 6 months. And people are making a comparison between, Dolly Parton and Oprah Winfrey. And I know that Oprah Winfrey is a billionaire, very successful woman, owns multiple businesses, generates oobs and oobs of recurring revenues and passive income. And I totally understand that. But at the same time, I personally couldn't just tell someone how to spend their money. But the comparison is being made between Oprah Winfrey and Dolly Parton. So there's that. Now, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I'm not going to say either way, how you should think. But you got to look at it like this, though. There's a lot of there's actually this post that came out from Ed Krasenstein. And he ends up saying to all of the ex-users who are pushing this conspiracy theory that Oprah Winfrey is somehow responsible for the Maui fires, the Maui, Hawaii wildfires, because her estate didn't burn down, just stop. There are literally close to 100 people declared dead, and there are over 2,200 structures damaged or destroyed, of which 86% of them are homes. Oprah has literally been on the ground helping people, and she's been providing cots, pillows, toiletries, and more to the shelters, like this one in Wailuki, Hawaii, where she can also be seen helping out. So he goes on to say, I get it. People don't like Oprah's politics, but to make up a conspiracy theory without a shred of evidence is both irresponsible and disgusting. You're better than this. Stay safe, Hawaii. Our thoughts and prayers and positive energy is with you. And so we can see Oprah's, helping people out, providing pillows. I'm pretty sure she's, she's being a good Samaritan as far as I can tell. Now, being devil's advocate, I can certainly see how people might consider Oprah Winfrey to be a suspect, or, not even a suspect. That's probably a bad term. To be looking at this a little odd, given how much acreage Oprah Winfrey owns. I mean, you can see here, Oprah Winfrey owns roughly 1,000 acres Maui property portfolio under severe wildfire threat in the midst of a backlash over a land grab. And this is what a lot of people are concerned about. There's a lot of real estate that, isn't for sale. And in this housing market, it's just really, really tough to find property. And especially when the land is so limited, like you have over in Hawaii. So, is Oprah looking to acquire more land? Well, she started off with about 100 acres of real estate, roughly. And now in Hawaii, and now she's got roughly, according to Atlanta Black Star, Oprah Winfrey's roughly 1,000 acre Maui property portfolio. That's a lot of acreage. Now, is she looking for more? Possibly. I don't know what she's looking for, but she is here indicated as one of the largest landowners on the island of Maui. But it might make you think, okay, if she's got that much acreage, but her acreage and her real estate, her property, her investment properties or private residences, whatever she's got over there wasn't touched by the fire, as massive as this fire was, it does raise some eyebrows. And I totally get that. Wildfires erupted on Maui Fires were able to spread over the last few days as a result of the dry conditions caused by drought and intense winds. The fires burned thousands of homes and commercial properties and has led to an estimated 93 fatalities. And of course, that has increased to 111 as of today. And it is a little overwhelming, as Oprah Winfrey has described. But I do want to point this out here. So we have this article here from the New York Post, and it actually is talking about the Hawaii wildfires threatening Oprah's Maui estate, but also other A-lister homes. And who are we talking about here? Well, we're going to get into that. So this fast-moving wildfire is raging through Maui, and you can see how it started here. Quite devastating moment for the island of Maui. And it's wild just how beautiful an island that Maui is or was. Vacation destination to many. And Lahaina, a beloved historic hamlet with a population of about 12,000 people, has been home for Fleetwood for decades. But here's the thing, guys. If we go down here, the town has suffered some of the worst damage in the fires, with some residents jumping into the water to escape blazing heat, and others liken the disaster to an apocalypse. Now, this entire island of Maui has been a favorite destination for rock stars, Hollywood A-listers, and titans of the industry. Now, I just want to talk on this for a second, because a lot of people were talking about Sound of Freedom and how much Hollywood has been exposed as a result of what is going on, and how much this movie has not really gotten any, how much Sound of Freedom has not gotten the traditional exposure and notoriety and marketing dollars put behind this movie to really get it viewed. And it makes you wonder why not. And some people have actually, made allegations about Oprah's school and the kids in the school, and, somehow tying that to the Sound of Freedom movie. But another concern has been brought up in, how many people are now missing, because I read a report that about 1,000 people are missing, and that includes kids. And so, what's going on with the kids? Where are the kids? So that's a big question. And it certainly is cause for concern. But going back here, in 2021, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, 59 years old, he dropped a cool $78 million on a 14-acre estate, which was surrounded by thousands of acres of dormant lava fields near La Perouse Bay. So if we scroll down here, we can see La Perouse Bay is down in this area here. And this is where they're saying that Jeff Bezos actually bought a home back in 2021. Now, it's not just Jeff Bezos. You got, since the 1970s, Clint Eastwood has had a place on the Kapalua coast. You got Sammy Hagar owns a bar in Kahulu, which is also where the main airport's situated. You got Owen Wilson. What movies was Owen Wilson in? Wedding Crashers and Meet the Fockers, and he's been in a lot of movies. Anyway, you got Mick Fleetwood out there. He's lived in Lahaina for decades. He had a restaurant that was destroyed in the fires. Steven Tyler, one of the American Idol's judges for many years, owns a waterfront mansion in Wailea. And of course, Oprah Winfrey, she's got a few properties. She's in Kailua, Mount Helakela, and Hannah. And of course, Jeff Bezos is down here. So then it got me thinking. So I'm like, okay, so Oprah Winfrey, she's 69 years old, spent more than 15 years living part-time in Maui. She has various properties down there. Very, very successful entrepreneur, TV, Hollywood star, Hollywood mogul, actor, actress, I should say. She's helped a lot of people. But it makes you wonder, though, with so many A-list celebrity properties not being touched, it's like I can understand why there's some skepticism here. Now, if we go to Zillow over here, we can actually get a feel for how expensive these properties are. So if we just compare this map here to what is provided from the New York Times, we could see Jeff Bezos has a property right around this vicinity here. So I'm just trying to see, okay, if we were to look at properties in Jeff Bezos's neighborhood, that would put us right around here. So if we could just zoom in, I mean, I'm already seeing, what's that? $12 million. Here's a $12 million property here. What's that look like? What do you get for $12 million over in Maui? So pretty nice place here. Very nice place here. So this is going for almost $12 million, just under 12. I guess you don't want to say 12 if you don't have to, so you just call it $11,997,000. But wild enough, for $12 million, you only get a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. Well, I could see why they might want to do a land grab based on that. It's only got 4,000 square feet. So, but it looks like if you had a mortgage payment on this, you'd be paying $71,000 a month. That's a little bit out of my reach, maybe a lot of bit out of my reach. But let's have a look around here. So, it looks like we've got some epic properties like this one. Okay, look, epic properties like this luxury property in Makina seldom become available. And this is part of what we've been hearing. A lot of residents who live in Lahaina, Maui, they don't list their properties for sale. They hold on to them. And so the thought was, okay, the theory is that this land grab would be possible if a fire took everyone out of their homes or forced everyone out of their homes. And then, anyone who happened to be, an entrepreneur with a boatload of cash and investment capital could come in and scoop up these properties. Maybe even companies like BlackRock and Blackstone and any other type of hedge fund or real estate investment trust might come in and scoop up these properties for pennies on the dollar while people are basically displaced and out of luck. So I can understand where that theory would come from, but it says here that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to acquire the perfect home located in one of the most highly sought after locations. Interesting. On what many believe is the best island in the world. This legacy estate is situated in a small, extremely private, gated community across steps from Makina Big Beach, one of the largest undeveloped white sand beaches within a state park protected by development. So you have people who don't want to sell, but you also have property, land that's protected from development. So land is scarce. It's like, the inventory is unbelievably low. Makina Road feels like a secluded oasis. There's no hotels or condo buildings visible, yet all luxury shops and restaurants of Wailea are just minutes away. Very, very, very interesting. Now, just kind of scrolling through here, I mean, this is a pretty nice property. Decent views, large kitchen. Those ceilings got to be probably 25, 35 feet. Massive chef's kitchen, gourmet kitchen, probably have Viking stoves, travertine flooring, granite countertops, wonderful, probably saltwater pool, indoor, outdoor living. No expense has been spared here. And so this is the kind of money, this is the kind of real estate you might get over in Maui. Now, I did see something that caught my eye. What's this? $26 million? So for $26.5 million, you're going to get not even 5,000 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, just recently built in 2022. It's got 3-car garage. Just want to kind of quickly scroll through here because this is in the backyard of Jeff Bezos. This is across from Oprah Winfrey and her mega mansions and real estate holdings. But look at the views from this property. $26 million. This is what $26 million gets you over in the island of Maui. Just, you got the whole ocean to yourself. No sharing the ocean with peasants like me and you. You got it all to yourself. This is an amazing, sprawling, beautiful property here, and it's scarce. There's not a lot of land here, and they have confirmed it. So if you bought this property for $26 million, first of all, you probably have a pretty hefty mortgage payment. Look at this view. Look at this view, guys. Look at the landscaping is impeccable. They probably have a landscaping crew coming out there like once a day. Palm trees. I'm sure that's a saltwater swimming pool. They have all of the high-end finishes in here. Beautiful tile floors, flat screen televisions. Just those are probably like 2,000 knit quilted sheets. Just absolutely stunning property here in Zillow. Look at that. Is that a theater? Maybe not a theater, but it does have a movie theater drop-down projection screen. And look at this. Got your entertainment controls here. This is living life. This is living life in a big way. Now, I also saw one more thing that I wanted to check out. $33 million. Let's just call it $34 million here. So for $34 million, you get 7 bedrooms, 8 baths, 10,500 square feet. I mean, heck, some people don't even have 1,500 square feet in their homes. This one has 10,500 square feet. And they're asking about $2 million more than what the Zillow estimate is. And this home was originally built in 1991. Now, I wonder how many acres it has. And look at that. 481 people have actually saved this. So there's definitely some interest in this property. Let's see how long it sits on the market. But so this is a pretty unique property. Wow, look at this guy. So if we look at the 3D tour, which is loading, this is a pretty amazing space. Look at this. You literally have this entire paradise, this compound, this villa, luxury villa all to yourself. Massive, massive. Pretty sure there's a saltwater pool. You got a jacuzzi in here. You've got hundreds. I mean, maybe not hundreds, but you got a lot of palm trees here on this piece of luxury real estate property. Just absolutely amazing. And we could just literally this is a pretty cool tour. We can literally just walk our way through this property. So here's a kitchenette area. Doesn't look like they've used a whole lot of high-end furnishings, to be honest with you. Floor is rather dusty, even though it's hardwood floors, clearly. But obviously the land is what's most valuable here. Not so much the property itself or the land improvements, I should say. Let's go over to the kitchen. I spent a lot of time in the kitchen. Let's just see what they got in the kitchen. Maybe I wonder if they'll let me open up the refrigerator, see what's in the refrigerator. So look at these appliances. Actually, they look kind of old. I don't see a refrigerator, so I'm willing to bet that this is probably the refrigerator here. These luxury properties tend to have refrigerators and luxury appliances that are kind of like built into the cabinetry. So unless you knew where it was, you probably wouldn't be able to find it. But still, very cool house. Me personally, I would totally want to renovate this property. And for what, $34 million, I would really expect it to already have been renovated. This is a little disappointing. You guys let me know. For $34 million, wouldn't you expect to see a little bit nicer place? The view is amazing, but and is this a Toyota? Wow. GMC and a Toyota truck. Wow. So driving, so you own a $34 million property. I think most people might have expected to see like a Lamborghini or some type of exotic car in this garage. So, that was a little bit of a shocker. Those are very regular cars, like, something that me and most of my viewers would probably end up driving in. Let's take a look upstairs. What's going on upstairs? Let's see. This is Interesting. I don't really like this place. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I love the view. If we go outside, we can have a look at the view outside. I mean, it's an amazing view. And it's a large property, 10,000 square feet, luxury property. Huge sliding doors, sliding windows. I mean, you have endless views. These are $1 million views. In fact, you can see Hawaiian mountains or volcanoes off to the distance. Beautiful setting. But I definitely want to have this thing renovated for $34 million. And on top of that, they're asking more than even what Zillow has indicated that the Zestimate is for this particular property. So it's $2 million more than what Zillow thinks it's worth, and it's not even renovated. I'll pass on that, guys. But drop me some comments, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think is really the cause behind these fires. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Drop a like and share this video. Check out my previous videos, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one.